Today I want to talk to you about a very important concept from this book, Atomic Habits. And the concept I want to talk about is the aggregation of marginal gains. And what this means is everyone thinks you need to make drastic changes. Everyone thinks you need to do something extraordinary to go about changing your life, but oftentimes it is the smallest things that make the biggest difference. Think, if you just start waking up an hour earlier every single day before you go to work, that's an extra hour of your day. It really doesn't affect your sleep that much in the long term. Like, you might be a little bit more tired, but what if you put that hour to meditating or journaling or reading or going to the gym? Like, how much different would your life be? And how much different would your life be if you kept this up for 40 years? And this is the basis of the aggregation of marginal gains. Like, find little habits that you can change each day that are going to make a mountain of difference in your life. And it's not so much about making changes that, for the next 3 months, I'm going to completely quit drinking. I'm going to completely quit this. I'm going to really hunker down on my diet and do this and do that. And after these 3 months, I can go back to slacking off. Like, it's not that. It's keeping a habit and starting something that you're going to do for the rest of your life. And that's where the effect really, really, really kicks in. Like, I want you to start thinking of your habits as compounding interest. Like, every time you do a good habit, that stacks. It starts to build, and in 20 years it's going to just boom, 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 like shoot up. Right now you don't see the progress. Right now you don't see the results. Right now, that 10 minutes of journaling you do each day, it has no effect. But when you keep that up for 20 years, the amount of benefit that you're going to gain is exponential. And we need to start thinking of our lives in this way. We need to start thinking of our habits in this way. We need to start thinking of our actions and the thing we do on a daily basis, because so many of us want to make a change in our life, but we're so afraid because we're like, you know what, I don't have the time to go to the gym. I don't have the time to do jujitsu. I don't have the time to get in shape. I don't have the time to diet. I don't have the time to do any of these things that are going to get me to where I want to go. And it's simple. It's so frustrating because simply all you have to do is make one decision. Like, okay, instead of eating a bunch of junk food, I'm going to have a protein shake. And instead of snacking on the junk food first, you drink that protein shake, let it digest, and now you're a little bit less hungry and you can stuff your face just a little bit less. And if you keep that up for the rest of your life, like every time you want to have something unhealthy, you drink a protein shake first, I guarantee you will never have weight problems. Like, it is so simple, and all we need to do is just make a simple change and make a simple difference in our lives. And it's the combination of all these decisions that we make that are somewhat in the positive direction that are really going to add up, because we have to understand that our lives are a combination of every decision we make. So if you're constantly making bad decisions, your life is constantly going to get worse. If you constantly try to change little things in your life each day to make them more positive, like, where are you going to be? You're probably going to be a lot better off than where you are right now. Like, so what I want you to do is just start thinking. Just start thinking of things that you can do. Start thinking of habits that you could start that would really benefit you. And it's not so much seeking out the massive changes. It's not seeking out that fad diet, or going on keto, or I'm going to commit myself to really getting in the gym for the next 90 days and I'm not going to miss a day. Like, start with something simple. Start with going to the gym once a week, twice a week maybe. Start with eating a little bit of more healthy food, a little bit more vegetables. Start cleaning your room. Start, doing your laundry on time. Start journaling. Start meditating for 20 seconds a day. Like start with easy things, and the combination of all these simple tasks is going to just make a tremendous impact. Because let's think of it this way. A 10% change in one category, it's going to be really hard to get. It's going to be really difficult to become 10% better in the gym. But how hard is it to become 1% better in the gym? 1% better with your diet, 1% better with your sleep, 1% better with, the chemicals that you're putting into your body. Like, there's so many things that can affect your appearance, yet we only try to put all our effort into one thing, and that's oftentimes not the best use of our time. So I want you to just start thinking the aggregation of marginal gains is something that you should start using to your benefit. You don't need to put all your time and energy into one thing. Like, start simple, start small, and these small changes can have much greater impact than these massive gargantuan projects and these massive gargantuan things that we try to stick to. Like, that is why I have such a gripe against monk mode, because yeah, it might be great if you can really hunker down for 3 months. Yeah, it might be great if for the next 3 months you literally don't do anything, you don't go outside, all you do is do positive things, and yeah, that might be great. You might make tremendous impact on your life, but is that 3 months of dedication, is that really going to outweigh a lifetime of better habits? And the answer is no. And that is why I'm so for the aggregation of marginal gains, and that's why I'm so against just the massive restriction for a set period amount of time. So hopefully this hit you at the right time. Hopefully this was something you needed. I'll leave a link in the description to this book. This book is tremendous if you are struggling to control your habits, to control your day, if you're struggling to, replace bad habits with good ones. And it has a bunch of strategies that I'm going to continue to go over, and I feel like this is going to be a new staple of this channel because it is so good and it is so effective at explaining how habits are formed, explaining how we can make our habits better, and explaining why habits are important. So if you want to stick around on the channel, if you want to hear more of the books I go through and my opinions and my takes on them, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for making it this far. I'll catch you in the next one.